Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. You're probably wondering what the heck is this guy talking about with his trend lines and his breaks and his wedge. And in this video, I'm going to tell you three key factors, three key things I look for in all of my trades. And I'm going to use Ford as an example. So the first thing we notice is that Ford has been in a downtrend for about a year, from March to May of the following year, right? And we see that it's in a downtrend. It's in a downtrend, but it's also in this wedge. It's respected the top of the wedge multiple times. It's respected the bottom of the wedge multiple times. As it comes to a point here, it has to make a decision. The stock is getting compressed so much by buying and selling. It has to make a decision before it gets to this spot here, to this point, right? So it usually breaks about 80% or whatever before it hits the point. All right, so I zoomed in a little bit. I also want to change this to the daily now for this part here. So as you can see, it broke up, right? And if you're really risky, you're going to go straight, you're going to buy the stock or get calls right here. You're not even going to wait for a retest. Sometimes it's going to retest, then shoot up. Sometimes it's going to be a false break and it's going to come right back down and close in the weekly candle underneath, and it's going to go completely opposite on you. You're going to be in control of what you want to do at this spot. You can be risky, not so risky, or you can stop out. Okay. And the final thing you have to understand is you need to not be greedy. This is very important. Do not be greedy because this is a perfect example of someone that can be greedy and it can go completely opposite on them. Okay. So you have to have a mental target in mind of where you would sell or where you would like to sell, um, depending on your greed or whatever. But there's previous peaks here. You could have sold here. It went up and touched the peak even before that, which is up here. So you could have been somewhat greedy or very greedy or extreme greed. And extreme greed would have caused you to lose it all. Okay. You would have lost everything on maybe this drop or for sure this one. All of the profits you made on your calls, you would have lost in 2 days. And then if you diamond handed the stock from up here, it would have fell all the way back down to where you bought it and even under where you bought it. And you might have sold down here for a loss, only for it to come and retrace back up. So let's recap real quick. The stock has to be in at least a 1 year wedge pattern. And at some point, it's going to break out and you're going to choose to get in. But just remember, have your price targets in mind so you're not too greedy and you give it all back. Anyways, thank you for watching. See you guys in the next one. Oh, and I almost forgot. This is not financial advice. And thank you, Ford, for being so spastic for us on this example.